It's been a crazy couple of weeks in smartphones, but it's going to get wilder as the fall smartphone season kicks off when we see devices like the Galaxy Note 2, the Apple iPhone 5, and more. How's it going, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and I'm here to recap PhoneDog's official smartphone rankings. Week 27 just concluded, and we've got a ton of different votes, a ton of different things to talk about on both the People's Choice chart and on the experts chart, so let's get started. First of all, if you're coming into this and you're like, I'm not quite sure what PhoneDog's official smartphone rankings are, or what's the People's Choice chart, what's the experts choice chart, go to PhoneDog.com/rankings. From there, you can see both charts, you can cast your vote for your favorite device, and you can even leave a review. So if you've got a Galaxy Nexus, a Galaxy S3, and you're like, I love this device, or there are things I don't like about this device, go cast your vote for your favorite device, and then leave a review for the device that you have at PhoneDog.com/rankings. Now again, be sure to cast your vote because you have a voice in mobile. You can choose which devices are on the list and which devices make it into my handy notepad right here. I know I work in tech, but sometimes I just like having a notepad. It just makes me feel like I'm back in the 90s or back in the 80s, and that makes me happy. So in 5th place on the People's Choice chart by 6 votes, so this goes to show you that 6th place with 40 votes was the Galaxy Note, and in 5th place with 46 votes, the Apple iPhone 4S. Now the device has been on the list for some time. It's switched on and off the People's Choice chart, but it's in 5th place with a 3.5-inch display, an 8-megapixel camera, and soon to be replaced, actually as of tomorrow, with the iPhone 5, or at least the announcement tomorrow, the iPhone 5. It's in 5th place with 46 votes, but again, take a look at that and you can see 7 votes, and the Galaxy Note could have been on top. So you can have your voice heard in this, as can your friends. So be sure to talk about PhoneDog's official smartphone rankings. In 4th place with 81 votes, the Samsung Galaxy Nexus Global. Now this thing packs a 1.2 gigahertz TI OMAP processor, a 4.65-inch Super AMOLED display, HD display at that, a 5-megapixel camera, and more. But the reason why it's back on the list, most likely, specs are a little bit old, but it does have Android 4.1 rolling out right now. So you get a stock version of Jelly Bean, and you get it on the global version, and better yet, you can get this thing through the Google Play Store for $349.99. So a nice price for an unlocked device, and you get the most recent version of Android. It's 4th place with 81 votes. In 3rd place with 82 votes, again, 1 vote difference here, a Nokia Lumia 900. It's still a flagship Windows phone. It's packing a 1.4 gigahertz processor, an 8-megapixel camera, a 4.3-inch display, and it's packing a pretty nice $50 price point on AT&T, and better yet, you can get it in a bunch of different colors. Blue, black, and then of course a couple different ones as well, pink now on AT&T. 82 votes, Nokia Lumia 900. In 2nd place with 129 votes, the HTC One X. This is a very popular device amongst the Android enthusiast community. 129 votes, and it's got a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core Snapdragon S4 CPU, a 4.7-inch HD display, an 8-megapixel camera with HTC's ImageSense technology, and Android 4.0. Soon to be upgraded, we hope, to Jelly Bean. So that's awesome. HTC One X, 129 votes. And in 1st place, yet again, with 303 votes, the US version of the Samsung Galaxy S3. It's packing a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core Snapdragon S4 CPU, a 4.8-inch Super AMOLED HD display, an 8-megapixel camera, and it's got 4G LTE capabilities and 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's 1st place with 303 votes. So that wraps up the People's Choice chart. And like I said at the beginning, you can tell there's a 1-vote difference, a 2-vote difference, a 6 or 7-vote difference. You can make your voice heard by going to PhoneDog.com/rankings. Tell your friends, tweet about it, because again, if you guys have the same device, or you're very popular or very enthused about a particular device, you can make your voice heard. PhoneDog.com/rankings. Now it's time to switch over to the experts portion of the chart and of the program. And the reason the experts have their own chart, it's people like myself, my staff, people in the industry that have worked with a bunch of different devices. So as a result, the opinion might be a little bit more broad. We may vote for a particular device because it's good for consumers or good for this type of demographic, whereas, you know, when it comes to the People's Choice chart, it's usually the device you have or the device you prefer. So it's a little bit different on the Experts Choice chart, and if you want to see how each expert voted, go to PhoneDog.com/rankings/experts, because just because they appear in the top 5 list, they're ranked by number of points on the experts chart. So you can go see how each individual ranking, or expert rather, voted. You can see my votes, you can see Sydney's votes, you can see Taylor's votes, and more at PhoneDog.com/rankings/experts. So let's start out. 5th place on the experts choice chart, the Samsung Galaxy S3 global version. Now it's a little bit different from the US version. It's got a 1.4 gigahertz quad-core Exynos processor, same display, same camera, but it only has 1 gigabyte of RAM, and it doesn't have 4G LTE capabilities. It's in 5th place, And then in 4th place, the Samsung Galaxy Nexus Global. Again, Jelly Bean capabilities out of the box. In 3rd place, the HTC One X. In 2nd place in the experts chart, the Apple iPhone 4S. And in 1st place in the experts chart, tying again with the People's Choice chart for number 1, the Samsung Galaxy S3 in the US. So at least for week 27, the Galaxy S3 wins another round on both the People's Choice chart and the experts chart. But who knows, with this crazy couple of weeks that are coming up, Galaxy Note 2 will release, the new Nokia devices, the new Motorola devices. Stay tuned because all these lists are most likely going to change. I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and if you haven't voted, go vote now. PhoneDog.com/rankings. Tweet about it, do a Facebook message about it, let your voice be heard in PhoneDog's awesome flagship program, the official smartphone rankings. I'll be back next week to round up week 28, so stay tuned, and you never know, one device could slip into the list, or better yet, something could take out the Galaxy S3 out of the 1st place position. It's a battle, and it's a battle of smartphones, and I can't wait to come back next week and tell you which ones are number 1. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week in PhoneDog's official smartphone rankings.